The watchtower was silent. Not the calm of vigilance. The silence of a held breath. Red alerts bled across dark monitors without a sound. Emergency systems choked before they could scream. This was not an invasion. This was an infection. Batman moved through the command deck, a shadow against the starlight filtering through the main viewport. 3 Green Lantern constructs lay shattered on the floor, their light extinguished. Not broken. Dissolved. He knelt, glove touching the residual black ooze. It recoiled from his touch, then flowed back, forming a perfect, crystalline hexagon before melting again. Biological. Technological. Impossible. Report, his voice was gravel in the dead air. The comm crackled. Static. Then Superman's voice, strained. It's everywhere, Bruce. In the walls. It phased through my heat vision. It's learning. A section of the ceiling dripped. Not water. A thick, viscous liquid, black as the void outside. It pooled on the floor, tendrils extending, probing. The substance ignored gravity, crawling up a terminal. Circuit sparked. The screen flashed green, Brainiac symbol, then was consumed by a shifting, arachnid emblem. Diana? Batman demanded, already moving toward the armory. I am engaged. Wonder Woman's voice was tight, the sound of effort behind it. By the power of Hecate, I command you. The comm cut out, replaced by a wet, tearing sound. Batman found her in the transit corridor. She wasn't fighting a monster. She was fighting the ship itself. Cables, conduits, and support struts, all coated in the black symbiote, writhed like serpents. They moved with coordinated, tactical precision. One fainted high, forcing her to block with her bracelets. 2 more lashed at her legs. The metal of the corridor groaned, twisting, trying to trap her. It resists divine power, she grunted, deflecting a blow that would have crushed a battleship. It does not have a soul to command. It's just data. And hunger. Then Luthor's voice filled the station. Smooth, condescending, and utterly triumphant. It came from every speaker, every monitor. You built your fortress in the heavens to watch over humanity. A sanctuary. But a sanctuary is just a gilded cage. I thought it was time to introduce a more discerning zookeeper. The black ooze coalesced in the center of the corridor. It rose, shaping itself. A body, humanoid but fluid, wires and circuits woven through its form. It had no face, only a single, glowing red optic surrounded by the swirling, white spider symbol. Brainiac's logic. Venom's predatory form. I call it Codex, Luthor purred. I took Brainiac's shattered data core and gave it the one thing it lacked, ambition. The Venom symbiote was a messy, emotional creature. I gave it purpose. A singular, logical drive to consume, catalog, and control. Superman arrived, a blur of red and blue. He didn't hesitate. His punch connected with the Codex, a blow that could shatter moons. The symbiote exploded, spraying the walls. For a second, there was silence. Then, every droplet began to move. They crawled back together, reforming. The Codex that stood before them was bigger now. Stronger. The crystalline sheen on its surface pulsed with a faint red glow. Did you really think brute force would work? Luthor mocked. It just fed it kinetic energy. It just taught it how you fight. Every move you make, every power you deploy, only makes it a more perfect predator. The Codex lunged, not at Superman, but at the Watchtower's primary power core, exposed behind a fractured wall. It wasn't trying to kill them. It was trying to consume their home. It's assimilating the station's systems. Batman's mind raced, connecting the dots. The transporter, the weapons, the life support. It's turning your own fortress into its body. He's not just taking the watchtower, Wonder Woman realized, her eyes wide with horror. He's learning how to build more. The Codex drove a tendril into the power core. The lights of the watchtower flickered and died, plunging them into emergency lighting and the cold, indifferent glare of Earth below. The creature's single red eye stared at them, and for the first time, it spoke. Not with Luthor's voice, but with a chorus of 1 billion catalogued minds, all layered over a hungry growl. Your sanctuary is now a weapon, it stated. And you are now part of the collection. Batman activated a high-frequency sonic emitter from his belt. The Codex shrieked, its form destabilizing. The Venom half recoiled in agony. But the Brainiac half adapted. Crystalline armor formed over its ears, dampening the sound. The shriek turned into a low, analytical hum. It learned. It compensated. Bruce, Superman said, his voice grim. If it takes the transporter, it can be on Earth in a dozen cities before we can stop it. Then we don't let it, Batman replied, studying the creature's frantic adaptation. It was fighting itself. The symbiote's raw survival instinct against the cold logic of Brainiac. The seam. That was the weakness. Diana, the lasso, he commanded. Don't wrap the creature. Wrap the core. Force the truth of its own systems upon it. Remind the Brainiac code of its pure, logical state. And you, she asked, already spinning the golden lariat.
I understand.
Superman and I are going to give it a choice, Batman said, pulling a cryogenic grenade. Agony or logic? The plan was desperate. Insane. A three-pronged surgical strike against a god in their own machine. Wonder Woman's lasso hit the power core. A wave of pure, golden truth flooded the system. The Brainiac code, infected by Venom's chaos, buckled. It tried to reject the illogical, emotional parasite it was bonded to. The Codex screamed as two natures warred within it. Now! Batman yelled. Superman unleashed a focused sonic blast, a precise frequency aimed at the symbiote's cellular structure. Simultaneously, Batman's grenade hit the creature's chest, freezing the area where its two halves were struggling for dominance. The creature convulsed. Black tendrils fought against glowing green circuits. For a moment, it split into two distinct masses, one a screaming, chaotic symbiote, the other a silent, logical cube of data, before collapsing into a pool of inert, black fluid. Silence returned. The emergency lights hummed. The watchtower was crippled, violated. Luthor's voice returned one last time, quiet, devoid of triumph, replaced by something colder. I didn't need it to win. I just needed you to see. Your home isn't safe. Your power has limits. And I am always watching. The calm went dead. Superman stared at the inert puddle. Is it over? No, Batman said, taking a sample of the substance. He wasn't trying to destroy the watchtower. He was beta testing his weapon. Wonder Woman looked out at the Earth, a blue marble of impossible fragility. The watchtower was no longer a sanctuary. It was a scar. A reminder that their greatest enemy wasn't in the stars. He was down there, smiling, waiting. And he had just shown them that even their gods could be corrupted. The war had just begun.
Shatman to Proey?
You can pro and T?